I know I haven't recorded in quite some time. I kind of took a personal day or a personal week. A lot of drama, a lot of emotions and stuff, but I still want to get these videos out. I still want to get reviews out, and I still haven't watched Hard Times yet. Still gotta get through that. I gotta finish Dynamite. I'll have these uploaded before the Super Bowl, so these are going to be going uploaded. But I got SmackDown and Raw already, so I'm just going to get these uploaded now. With the Monday Night Raw after the Royal Rumble, which was which was unbelievable. First, we start off with Drew McIntyre, who cut a great promo. Just he's going to WrestleMania. He's living the dream, and he's going to be the one to challenge. He's going to challenge Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. He's not terrified of him. He's not terrified of him, and he can bear Brock for the WWE title. So, confidence. Drew was confident. Drew had a confident swag with him, so he challenged anyone in the back to a match. So the OCs, Gallows and Anderson came out and became 2-on-1, and then of course Drew beat those two, and then Brock came out with an F5. This was a little bit of a good start to how to build up to these two at WrestleMania, which is going to be a great match between just two big guys. You had MVP competing in the match for the first time in a long time on Monday Night Raw, nearly 10 years, which is pretty crazy. And he had a decent showing, but he botched the 619 against Rey Mysterio. I thought it was a decent match. I thought it was a good match, actually. Nothing is entertaining enough for my taste, but yeah, MVP is going on a little bit of a tour, I guess. Aleister Black had a match just with a local, and then Black masked him. But, Aleister cut a little good promo saying he blames himself for the Rumble, and he wants to take on the challenges instead of just waiting for someone to pick a fight with him. So, finally, he's doing something. You had Rumble flashbacks, and then you had Seth Rollins, cutting his promo saying he was close to winning the Rumble for back-to-back years, but, he was eliminated fifth the last, so I don't call that close. And then he talked about Drew. He talked about the fans turning on Drew eventually. So, and then the positives were eliminating Joe and Owens, and also having Buddy Murphy. And now he says he wants to say he would really accept Owens and Joe's challenge for the tag team championships. And then, KO came out, so did Joe. They cut their promos. KO called Seth the jackass, and then Seth wants to fight, and Joe, said that him and KO wanted to fight, but they had their AOP suspicions. But Seth put up a little bit of a video with AOP, and then they talked and everything. They were backstage, and then Viking Raiders attacked them in backstage, so that eliminated the all possibility of those two getting involved. And the tag team match, it was a great tag match. I can admit that. But I feel like for me, this should be Viking Raiders versus AOP instead for tag team championships. And Seth and Buddy can do something different in singles wise with Joe and KO. But the tag team match was great. I hope Joe is okay. I know it's Saturday now. I was staying out on Monday because he had an injury. So, hopefully he's doing good. At the same time, I'm just waking up from a nap. So, hope Joe's good. But the tag team match was great. But, I feel like the tag team title should be on AOP, and then it should be Viking Raiders versus AOP instead. You had Becky Lynch cut a promo. She was just arrogant and cocky, but at the same time, the whole goat on the back. The man's storyline has just ran its course. It's kind of over, really. Becky should have lost the title at the Royal Rumble. I feel like she should have lost it at SummerSlam, in all honesty. The man has just taken its course. It's died off severely. I don't know who they're going to have for challenge for the Women's Championship on Raw. at WrestleMania, but it should be interesting. It's probably not going to be Charlotte Flair, so who knows? You had Andrade versus Humberto. This was a good match with a DQ finish, but you had Humberto do a little bit of do the double underhook DDT, do the hammerlock DDT on Andrade, which took him out. Obviously, if you knew the details, he was suspended for 60 days. So, oh man, that's a little bit interesting. Charlotte came out next after break, said she won the Rumble, and she bragged about it because she could, because she's Charlotte Flair and she won the Rumble. And then she teases with the selection. She said, I'm going to challenge for a championship. Yeah, Charlotte is heel, Charlotte's face another time, and then Charlotte's heel again. I don't know what to believe, but Charlotte is great. Kabuki Warriors interrupt. You had Japanese, and he had Don't Think So, more Japanese, easy peasy, ha ha ha. Oh, I love Kabuki Warriors and their Japanese promos. Sincerely amazing. And then you had Charlotte versus Asuka again, with the two, of course, putting on magic in the ring, and then you had Kairi Sane come in for the DQ and DQ finish, and then you had Charlotte stand on top. But yeah, I mean, I have really nothing to say. Just those two, Charlotte and Asuka. Every time they're in the ring, it's magic. Street Profits did their thing. Let them be what they always are, and I'll be okay. Just let them cut promos like that, and then I'll be just fine. Mojo Rawley came out for a 24/7 title defense. Mojo won, being No Way Jose. He introduced Riddick Moss, who is a big guy and also really, really talented. I can't really deny it. Riddick Moss is actually a talented guy. So, so Mojo won. He defeated No Way Jose. Then R-Truth won low. R-Truth lost low. And the title has just been... The title lost a lot of its steam. Just like the man has lost its steam, so has the 24/7 title. And it's lost a ton of steam. You had Lana versus Liv. They're just hot as hell. Really hot. Yeah, Eric Rowan match. I didn't care. And then finally you had Edge. He's just speaking from the heart. He just cut a fantastic promo. Just the reaction. You still got a chance. He mentioned 9 years ago there was no what ifs, but he said, what if he came home after he felt so good, he got triple fusion neck surgery, and he wants to end his career on his terms. And then he said he won't last long, but he has grit. That's the one thing that he has. And then Randy Orton came out, described how Edge saved him. He was a brother, family, and then they had chemistry and everything. And then Randy asked, what if Rated RKO reunited? And before Edge can answer, RKO. Ooh, my God. If you want to get heel heat, if you want someone to get heel heat, Randy Orton's the best at just getting it. He's the best at just being a heel. I believe when Randy Orton is at his finest, this is Randy Orton at his finest, and you just saw a glimpse of him from his 09, heel run. This was just snake, disgusting. This was just a snaky, disgusting individual. The man who kicked Vince in the head, who, RKO'd Stephanie. This was the Randy Orton that was heading into WrestleMania with just so much momentum. And then, he teased the fact of just stomping on Edge's head with a chair in his neck. Oh, that was so scary. Just so scary. And then, what you rarely see, a concerto. Now, overall, the episode of Raw for me, it hit some notes and then it hit some lows, but then final this final thing, I didn't want to give this a perfect rating, but I gave it a 9 out of 10. This was a fantastic Monday Night Raw, and due to this segment alone with Edge and Randy Orton, it was undeniably the best thing. This is easily the best Raw 2020 so far. So this was just fantastic. It was fantastic, start to finish. I never seen anything. I haven't thought of an episode close to being better than this one so far this year. And there's so much more, and the momentum of WrestleMania is undeniably just building quicker and quicker. And you still got 2 months. You got February, which is right now, and then you got March, and then you got April, and then you gotta go through this Super Showdown. Then you have Elimination Chamber. Obviously, you gotta go through so much more just to get to the main event, just to get to WrestleMania. And already some matches are laid down on the forefront. Edge versus Randy Orton, you got that. Brock versus Drew, you got that. I don't know what they're gonna do with Seth and KO, and Joe and Buddy Murphy. That should be interesting as well. That should be a WrestleMania match. You got Charlotte compete for a championship. Becky Lynch is obviously going to compete for her title or defend her championship against whoever. So this is interesting. This is really interesting. I haven't felt this excited for WrestleMania in so long. Well, I haven't felt this excited for Monday Night Raw with a WrestleMania build for so long. So this next video I'm going to upload is the SmackDown review. And then, I got at least 2 more to do in terms of things. I got the Wednesday night debate, and I also have the Hard Times, review, and the Hard Times reaction to my personal reaction to NWA Hard Times. I know some people have already watched it, but I haven't watched it yet, so I'm going to see what's all about. But I enjoyed Monday Night Raw on Monday. It was fantastic. Like I said, we get these videos out before the Super Bowl, so I'm going to get to this next one. Peace out.